Dressing room, getting ready for my second shift here on Creed Silver, and I go, Amy's presenting it. Where's the black spinel? Amy! The black spinel sold out. This is the first Artisan Crafted Today special value in over 3 years here at QVC. And while we present so many beautiful jewelry pieces, it is so rare that we can say handcrafted, hand assembled, solid, weighty. We've got 18 karat gold. We've got 28, 30, and 32 grams of sterling silver and 18 karat gold. We've got minimum carat weights, 3 carats plus in your choice of gemstones. But everything I've just categorized and listed for you already doesn't even address the design, the scroll work, the intricacy, the symbolism, the ease of wear, how many times you're going to wear it. And then we finish with a price tag of less than $200. It's on an easy pay of $39.99. It is the Artisan Crafted sterling and gold gemstone cuff. So I'm going to recap for you the choices that we do have remaining. But remember, we have now, it's like that roller coaster where you hit the peak and then you come down the hill. Prime time's coming, guys. And your friends are going to be watching. We have it in small, average, and large. Here is your blue topaz. First time we've offered a cuff like this in all one gemstone choice. So that blue topaz, 3.85 carats. Next up, and this has kind of been like a host favorite. I've been listening throughout the day, and everybody really loving that honey golden citrine. In the citrine, you're looking at 3.25 carats, but most popular, I think throughout the entire day, has been the multi-gemstone, which will feature, a lot of you have been asking, one each of peridot, garnet, blue topaz, amethyst, and citrine, all the flavors, all in one cuff. It's J363397. I'm going to take the multi off so I can show you close-ups of this, and then Jeff, let's just get into the story on this, because while it's beautiful, if I didn't know any of the meaning behind it, knowing the symbolism, the passion of the artisans, the centuries of techniques to make it happen makes me love it even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, as you're giving a tour there, I'll just kind of give everybody an understanding of what does artisan really mean. For us to classify this as an artisan crafted piece of jewelry, it has to be either hand assembled or handmade, or maybe even a combination of both. They're not machine pressed. It's not an assembly line of robots that a lot of jewelry brands are using these days. This is done by hand in a small family-owned workshop in a wonderful small village in Bali that we've been working with for many, many years. But the catch here is there's a lot of symbolism, from the temples to the curvatures of the areas where they go to worship, you know, from the colors and the gold that we brought in, to the vines that you see all over the area of Bali, to the waves in the ocean that are incredibly important to Bali, and those, of course, lotus petals that we talk about quite often. But, you know, back to where I was talking about one workshop doing this for us, that was when we did just the multi. When we proposed doing a Today Special Value, adding the other three, which one of them is sold out, the two families that knew each other got together, and for the first time in the history, two families, two workshops teamed together to create the Today's Special Value 4 options, and it took them about 8 months, around 15 hours per bracelet, and each bracelet had 6 talented artisans doing what they specialize in most, including this incredible hinge work on the kickstand hinge that took almost 10 years to get to this point.
And the reason we reference and actually spend time talking about that kickstand hinge, because certainly it's not the first hinge cuff that's ever existed, but this one has to be one of the most comfortable that I've ever seen, that does not pinch, that's very secure. And since we're here on the inside, I wonder if I can locate it, because I wanted to show you the stamping on this too. I know, but do I have it right side up or upside down? I'll wait for it.
You've got it upside down.
I had a 50-50 chance.
It's almost like my watch.
All right. Can you explain why I'm bothering to show everybody?
Yeah, so in traditional artisan jewelry, especially in Bali, it's often plated, the gold, right? This is solid gold with 925 sterling silver. So that being said, we're able to stamp it, 18 karat gold on the inside to show that, and we're able to give you a total gram weight, excluding the weight of the gemstones. So the gram weight we're giving you includes the gold and silver, and it is solid 18 karat gold. The artistry even on the inside displays the vines that run throughout the island of Bali, the ocean waves, you know, bouncing against the rocks in Bali. And again, look at the windows opening up there, and that's why we see so much incredible
light. See how you can see the colored stones through the grill on the back. It is not often that I hold still and ask for tight shots of the inside of a bracelet, right? That is designer. That is artisan crafted. And that is what those of us who are a little bit spoiled when it comes to jewelry hope for. but we know it comes at a price, and it usually comes at a price far higher than this one. Our retail value on this cuff, you're going to see it here in a second, is $316. I think that's the retail value if I didn't assign a name to it. But you have a lot of designers out there. If I assigned a name to it, all of a sudden that price really leaps up. Look at your today's special value price. I acknowledge it's over $100. That's investment territory for me, so it's got to pay me back. I spend $40 a month to own this forever. And at the end of 5 easy monthly payments, how many times do you think you're likely to wear this? Because I've been watching all throughout the day. In fact, earlier today, I was a little bit more dressed up for the big kickoff, dressed down a little bit here. I've seen our models and everything from very elegant dresses to t-shirts and jeans, and everybody looks like they should be wearing this cuff. Now I have to give you another update. So far today, 6,700 have been ordered. If you want the citrine, this is the most limited, in small. Oh my gosh, 3 dozen remain. Average and large, 250. Okay, so that's a very big disparity between small and average and large. Please do not let that make you think that the average and large are safe right now. Because remember, I just said 6,000 plus have been ordered throughout the day. So I'm going to put the multi-gemstone down for just a second. Now let's talk about, dig deep into your knowledge here. The choice of gemstones here, I know we had black spinel before, but why the blue topaz, why the citrine?
You know, blue topaz, we were just listening to what you love from the history that we can look at here at QVC. And many of you have often said how much you love your blue topaz and your London blue topaz and your Swiss blue topaz. We looked at London, it was too deep and too dark for this particular style. We looked at a lighter topaz and it kind of was almost see-through. And then we saw this truly almost electric Swiss blue topaz.
Right.
And it just was the perfect marriage with the solid yellow gold and 18 karat gold and the sterling.
And then the citrine.
Yeah, this is a beauty. I mean, I honestly have fallen in love with this one all day long.
too.
I loved it in the design, in the workshop. As I've seen it today with these amazing high definition shots we got for you and close-ups, it's just so elegant. It is so classy. It is truly what I call a golden bracelet. It is one of the few natural golden gemstones out there today. It is mixed with true 18 karat yellow gold. And if you love your gold and you like mixing your metals, I would say that golden citrine is the right one for you.
So this is called the Lotus Field Cuff. And it is not for nothing that every single detail on here has meaning, right? The scroll work, the rope texture that sweeps in between every single stone, the lotus in 18 karat gold, all harkens back to and is symbolic of something that is significant in Bali.
Absolutely, and even that kind of a little bit of a tribute to the temple on the sides, and right there on the side shot, those are waves breaking. There's your temple with all the vines running down. Like you mentioned, the winding rope, to me, it's rope, right? It's rope we use to do all kinds of things with. You know, I go camping with it. I mean, you can tie up a boat with it, but it's different in Bali. That rope is a sign of intertwining families, friends, marriages, kids. It's all about intertwining together. The cross-hatching patterns represents everything from the same I just mentioned, but also around the cobblestones that lead to your area of worship, lead to your home, lead to the fields where you grow your crops and things like this.
Beautiful.
And then of course the
work of
lotus. I mean,
art.
I think you explained that lotus even better than I did.
Oh, thank you.
You have a lot of inspirational messages.
I
that are
get
better
a
than
little
mine.
woo-woo when it comes to things, but for me, because lotus basically grows through and blooms through the muck and the mud, and it opens up to the most pristine and beautiful flower, which is, I think, for a lot of us, very reminiscent of our own lives. We've all been on journeys, and a lot of them are very, very, like there are challenges maybe that you don't even share with people that you're very close to. That is that muck and that mud that other people may think of as, ugh, and you go, it's what made me who I am. And I've emerged this amazing, strong, beautiful person with stories to tell. And that's what the lotus flower represents, but really I think that's what this entire cuff represents. It is a literal labor of love. And that's not something we spend a lot of time talking about here, because we spend a lot of time talking about carat weights and gram weights and all that kind of, and it's all important. But what's really important is how it makes you feel. We say this all the time. If you wear this bracelet and you go, this just kind of makes me feel like a rock star, then it was a good purchase. And I think that's how you're going to feel with this one. It's why we made it the best value of the day. We could have frankly gone with something that we could have stamped out in the tens of thousands. It would have been easy to do. And we refused to do that. 20 years? Do you think you would have let us be here that long with our Creed event if we were just stamping things out.
Absolutely. And you know, you said something earlier, and it just reminded me of this, is, you know, the fact that you're going to wear this so often, you can wear it with all types of outfits, but you also don't have to put this in like a special case. No. You don't have to protect, you don't have to wash it all the time with anything. No. You can literally just toss it down, pick it up, and put it on, and it looks like you're wearing a piece that should run $1,000, and it truly probably could be in some high-end boutiques, but this is so durable. It is gold. Yeah. It is genuine gemstones. Everything is precision set. It is going to last you a lifetime, and something you can gift to someone in your family one day as well.
Yep. All right, I'm going to put this guy back on so I can give you an update. If you want the citrine in the small, fewer than a dozen remain. So that will be gone probably by the next time you see this, which will be with Jeff and Jane Tracy in a little bit. So then you have your blue topaz and the ever popular multi in peridot, garnet, amethyst, blue topaz, and citrine. $40 easy pay. Amazing.